What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we back again, finally, for another episode of Sistas. This is season 6, episode 26. Oh, lose to win. I apologize. If y'all don't know, Ashley sick with a sinus infection, and that's literally all that it is. But for the most part, I'm okay. But I just needed some rest. I feel like that's just what it was. I feel like at this point I'm breaking out of the worst of it. I feel like yesterday was the worst, but I feel so much better today though. Still a little tired, but you know, it is what it is. But we back finally. Um, not much, okay? So the episode picks up where it left off last week with you know, what's his name? Hayden being told about tomorrow. Okay? Hayden don't want to believe it because Gary, you know what? At the end of the day, I just feel like Gary wants everybody to be miserable. If he's not in a good place, he wants everybody else to be in a bad place as well with him. Um, on the one hand, I get it. You want to think that you having your brother's back or whatever because he is getting played. But at the same time, it's just the way that he does things or whatever. And he makes it, he's that toxic male character that makes it seem like you can't really show emotions towards your friend, to your male friend, like showing concern in a sensitive type of way and taking a sensitive approach. Granted, we got two toxic males at this point, but it's making me upset with Gary because he's making me feel a little, and when I say a little, I mean 0.000000000001% bad for Hayden, okay? Because Gary don't have an emotional bone to his body when it comes to his friends, all right? And the tact that he used, okay? But he's just trying to tell the man that, you know, Tamara is not who she says she is. She's being a pawn. She was a plant put in by Fatima, okay? So he goes in there talking to Tamara, trying to see if she knew who Fatima is. Of course she gonna lie. She gonna lie. She tried to keep it up for the most part until he said, listen, you need to go in here and sign these annulment papers. She said, no, girl, I'm not finna sign these papers. I mean, no, boy, I'm not finna sign these papers. First of all, I know some stuff about marriage. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay married to you. And then once we get this divorce, I'm gonna take everything that you own. Well, I'm gonna take half of everything that you got. I said, oops, oh well, you know. And so, of course, Hayden had to go down there to the, he went to work, he ran into Fatima and Zach, and he confronted Fatima and Zach. Zach really ain't had nothing to do with it. It was just Fatima. And of course, she was acting like she didn't know who it was. I'm like we really thought that she was gonna say, yeah, it was me, it was me. But at the end of the day, I don't feel bad for Hayden. Also, because you set this in motion with the things that you was doing with Fatima. You couldn't let it go, that she didn't want you, that she moved on, and therefore she got you back. Do I think she did a little bit much? A little bit, but at the same time, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm never going to feel sorry for him. Moving on from that, when it comes to Zach and Fatima and his baby situation, they was waiting for the lawyer to tell them what happened at the hearing, and basically they can't get the baby. I don't know if they got to establish real paternity for Zach and the baby, or, you know, it's something about this just don't seem right. They want to get evidence or whatever that something is actually going on in the home. And I'm sitting here like, the child is going through some mess. Take that boy, if you don't even want to give it to this, give him to his father, give him to the system. Well, put him in the home, a foster home for a few days. Okay, granted, that's no better, but it's better than being in a home where we know he's actively being abused. Okay, and I just feel like the way that they're going about this storyline right here, it just feels iffy about me, to me. Like, I just feel like something else should be happening. I don't know, but you know, he's feeling bad about that. Moving on, the whole situation with Karen and oh boy, I don't know, is his wife alive? He brings up the wife as if, oh, excuse me, if you need help, whatever, me and my wife, you know, we like kids or whatever. So if you're the father ain't in your life, and she was like, he is sometimes or whatever, you know, all of that. And you put it out there that you have wife, you have some kids that you adopted. You have all these connections to a building that you can buy, and you'll just be paying the same amount that you was paying when you was renting out your old place for your salon. The fact that you know all of this about her finances and what she was paying just because you claim to know the landlord, it is iffy to me. It's real iffy in the way that he's pushing her to do a lot of stuff. Case in point, when he said, I got this building, he didn't even give her time to process the fact of whether or not she wanted to see the building or whether or not that's the route that she wanted to go. He was like, come on, I can take you over there right now. So all of this is in the span of an hour. You know what I'm saying? He's not giving her no time to think about anything. When they finally get into the building, he's basically, you know, hyping it up. Okay, you can put your desk here, you can put this here, you can put that here. You got a realtor? Do you need some? I could get you one. I got my own realtor. I can, you know, talk to him about this or whatever. Okay, we'll get on the phone and talk to him right now. What? Who are you talking to? Like, what is going on with the building that you want this out so fast? And then I think she gonna pop up later. Was that the same day? Excuse me, y'all. Sinuses. And I was just like, this is weird. And then it's just the way that he keep on bringing up his wife and the kids or whatever. I'm like, are you trying to steal her baby? Trying to see if, cause it's like he's fishing to see if somebody's in her life to help with the baby too. And I'm sitting here like, are you trying to steal her baby? Like, what's going on? I don't get it. It doesn't fit or feel right at all. Meanwhile, you got this whole situation where you wanna know what don't feel right as well? Danny and Tony. I do not like how they did this whole situation. And I believe at this point when they said that a couple of people got fired from or let go from this show, a couple of the guys, I'm pretty sure now one of them is Preston, and another one could possibly be Calvin, because we haven't seen Calvin this episode. I don't know if he was on there last week. I can't remember, but he wasn't on there this episode. Preston, the way that they ended his storyline, it was real stupid. And the way that they're going about Danny's storyline, it was, I hate it. Because if you're going to introduce a character for her to have an interest in, can we get it so that, and I know this is TV, and I guess you do have to speed up the timeline a little bit, but she literally just broke up with her boyfriend that you could tell she does have feelings for, and I feel like she felt like she regret breaking up with him in that moment when she found out what she found out. I do feel like she regret breaking up with him a little bit, just a little bit. She didn't even get a chance to deal with what was going on with the breakup before she's going on a date or saying that she's flirting with this guy and she's okay with going on a date with him later that day. You just broke up with this man the day before, and now you're about to go on a date, official date with another one. Like, come on. Do you know that technically speaking, this is your rebound, and you don't even breathe between the relationship to allow yourself to grieve? This is just a pity situation, and I feel like Tony is about to get his heart broken, and we probably gonna see another side of Tony that we probably never thought we would. Cause you know how they had them good guys or whatever, and then all of a sudden you do them wrong, and then that messed up side come out. Okay, that's what it feel like is leading up to. Because again, he has the hopes of you being his girlfriend, and you haven't even grieved the relationship ending between Preston and her, and you literally just broke up with him the day before, and now you're finna go on a date with this man instead of, and then that just goes to show how Tony character is as well, because again, why would you want to go on a date with somebody who just freshly broke up with their partner? And she told him, that's no longer here. Oh, so that's done? Okay, so that means I can officially take you out on a date. That's some weird stuff. And then if the relationship gets a little bit further, you're going to get upset that she brought baggage into the relationship. But baby, you didn't give her time to heal. And granted, she could say no too, but you also didn't give her time to heal by saying, you know, we could just be friends. You're trying to have a whole relationship. You ain't trying to have a friendship. And that's just really to me, okay? That's just really to me. So now we finna have him on the show with a whole nother broken relationship that ain't gonna last, okay? And some more messed up stuff that's probably gonna happen. Then when she gets on the phone with Sabrina, and Sabrina had brought up Preston, this how I know that she's not over it and that she still has some feelings for Preston, because when she told her that she was going on a date with Tony, Sabrina was like, so Preston is done? And she was like, yeah, and she was holding back tears. She was holding back tears, okay? Meanwhile, while she was on the phone, bitch, girl, Preston, you need your ass whooped. And I hate the fact that they did this as Preston's storyline too. It's like they didn't know what to do or where to go with this storyline. And I just knew it was done for with Preston when they first introduced the part that said that he had a girlfriend back in his old place, and he was gonna marry her if Danny don't get with him or whatever. And then for her to get a picture of him being married to old girl already. It's literally been a day. It ain't even been a whole 4 day. It's literally been less than 24 hours since they broke up. And he's sending a picture to Danny's phone, which is some petty bitch shit, to her to say, well, since you didn't want me, I did exactly what I said I was going to do previously, which was get with my old girl and go ahead and marry her. Now, to the woman that he married, how low was your self-esteem to know that he's not in love with you, to know that you are second choice, to allow yourself to do something like this if it's real? And then to know that he still got more feelings for this other woman than you, and you would never be that woman that you would never live up to that. That's some weak stuff in my opinion. I don't care what nobody say. I don't know who would do this. This whole situation just seemed fake as hell. I ain't never seen no scenario like this, and I just did not like it. I'm like, really? So this how y'all get Preston out the box? Like, no, that's just messed up. They could have did Preston a little bit better than that. I feel like they messed up his whole storyline. From the whole trying to make him being extra country and not never being around black folks and not doing this. They could have did it so much better, okay? Granted, y'all know I keep on telling y'all know the character that played, the guy that played Preston. His daddy black. Like, his daddy black. His daddy a nigga, okay? I'm like, oh. When you look at him close, you can see the tint. That's why they keep that camera far back a little bit. But anyway, moving off of that, Sabrina gets her job back. She meets with her boss. She gets her job back. And what we mean by getting her job back is she's no longer the manager of the branch. She's the assistant manager, and she's not going to be at the same location that she was originally at. She's going to be working at the downtown location, right? But Maurice is not getting his job back because they feel as though, even though he had nothing to do with the robbery, he was in association with the person who did it, you know? And also they said that it was other complaints about him. Now, what here, I get it. It was given very much set it off. When Frankie got fired from the bank just because she knew old boy who robbed the bank. Even though she ain't had nothing to do with it, that's just what it was. Do I feel like he should sue? Because that's what Maurice said that he was going to do. He was going to sue or whatever. He can sue all he wants to. I don't know if he has a legitimate case because they could say that he's a liability. I don't know. Or he could probably sue for discrimination or whatever. But at the same time, we have seen him being rude to people throughout this whole show when he was at the bank. So, you know, I feel like they probably got more ammunition and more proof that they had a reason to fire him or not to rehire him than anything. So, yeah, he felt bad about that. I felt a little bad, but, you know, he said, I can't be dumb over dick no more. And I said, that's true. Did you hear when she came over there and she was like, what you over here doing? He said, nothing, just watching this show called Atlanta. I'm trying to see what it is. And it ain't funny to me. It seems like it was made more for white folks or whatever. I said, oh my goodness, the shade of it all. Because for those that have not watched the season, the series Atlanta, it was good. The last season though, it was one particular episode. It was one episode that was talking directly about Tyler Perry. It gave very much like the episode on the Boondocks, okay? But in this one, it was talking about this person who had this big studio that kept on churning out these shows left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Oh my gosh, you have to watch it. So I caught the shade immediately. As soon as he said that, I said, oh. That's funny, but I mean, Maurice, maybe it's time for you to go do something else, okay? Maybe banking really just ain't for you. But, you know, you got that going on. And then Andy, she goes on a date with Jordan. And, you know, she goes to this plain restaurant or like, excuse me, like a little regular restaurant, you know, like a diner or something with the tablecloth, the checkered tablecloth. And he was like, I didn't know that this is what the type of place that you would go to. And she was like, I mean, I said I like restaurants with tablecloth, but I also keep hot sauce in my bag. I said, you know what? And the whole time I kept on thinking about her wedding reception. Cause the hot sauce in my bag, swag, that's Beyonce. And it was giving very much Beyonce. If you gotta go back, it was cute. It was cute, but it was a lot. It was a lot. And I could have. She got up into her Beyonce bag that day. I said, you better fucking do it, bitch. It was funny, but I was like, that was cute though. And you know, he was talking her up. They was kicking it or whatever. He still like her. She still like him. She's trying to show that, listen, I can be down to earth too. Okay, I ain't as bougie as people think I am. I said, yes, you very much are. Okay, but. He keep on bringing up the fact that his sister want to talk to her. And she was like, for what? He was like, because, you know, she just, I guess this is to help her move on. And she's the type of person that deals with numbers. She's like data analysis and stuff. So she likes to pinpoint time and dates and all of that stuff. I get it. And I feel like I understand, like, in a sense, like, this is probably her process of processing through the fact that, you know, her man was cheating on her this whole time and playing her. And Andy is like, I mean, well, y'all pushing for this lady, for me to see this lady or whatever, but y'all not understanding that I'm also hurt in this situation. And if anything, I feel like I'm probably hurt a little bit worse. I don't know who was, well, given the fact that he basically said that she was nothing, I guess so. I guess I got to give it to her. Granted, you know, yeah. But, she was like, she'll think about it. She did agree to go to dinner with him later that night, so they just left the restaurant because they said that the restaurant, the food just wasn't good. I said, how you know the food wasn't good? You had that pickle and you said that it wasn't good or whatever, but you did say that you had that food sitting there on that table that whole time for a while. So, of course, you just let it get cold. I hope y'all paid for it because y'all just walked up out of there. I was like, I know y'all not dining and dashing. I'm not a fan of that, okay? Meanwhile, what else wound up happening? Andy gets back to her office. Why is Penelope sitting down there in the lobby? I said, child, what? She was like, I just want to talk to you. Like, please, okay? I said, child, I would have told her to get the hell out, okay? Your man cheated. It is what it is. You hurt, I'm hurt. What you gonna do about it? Okay, us commiserating about it, that's gonna just make stuff worse. Okay, I just feel like that's gonna make stuff worse. I don't see the point. And then Gary pops up. Why are you here? Why are you here? And then you saw that preview for next week's episode when he was talking to Hayden. I don't lose. I'm gonna get both of them. I said, what? But did you see, you know, it was a little confusing because the preview for next week's episode, we saw, no, at the end of the episode, when Gary popped up and was like, oh, and then they put the camera on Penelope, it was like she had a little smirk on her face. I'm like, are y'all two working in cahoots together or something? But then we see on the preview, she's sitting there talking to Andy about what's going on and trying to pinpoint dates and stuff. And I'm like, y'all need to get y'all acting better. But that was the episode, y'all. Apologize again for it being late. Just really wasn't feeling well. You guys, I hope everything goes well with you guys. I hope you have a good holiday weekend. Be safe, have fun, be joyous, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.